me waiting too long when you know someone just might just beat your honey. Me waiting too long when you know someone just might just beat your honey. Me waiting too long when you know someone just might just beat your honey. Me waiting too long when you know someone just might just beat your home.
Welcome back to another episode of Access Code Podcast, hosted by yours truly, and my mama watching, Cody, to everybody else, Code. Today, we have a returning guest to the podcast. If you was to look up the word consistent in the dictionary, her picture would show up. She's consistent with her music, YouTube, and everything above. And I'm so glad that she is back on the episode. I'm going to let her do our tagline because, like I mentioned, y'all, my mama is watching. But today, we got KO back in the building. Well, first time in the building, but second time we get to do this and everything like that. Go ahead and give me your tagline.
It was bitch alive. Fuck you, tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I had to let you do it because it would have been a lecture for my mama and everything like that.
I respect it.
We got big things for yourself that's coming out. I'm super excited and everything like that. But before we kind of get into everything like this, let me share something with you real quick. So, since I be listening to a lot of music, it don't matter if it's local, if it's just, I just listen to it like from the legends to like Mr. and Mrs. Underground. Like, I just love it all day. And so, one day, my wife, heard the song, which is, I'm going to let you know, it's one of my favorite songs, Too Much, on the International Not Local EP. Yeah. She's listening to it, she's like, I like this song. KO, what does it stand for? And I'm like, oh, I think I should know the answer to this, but I don't know. So this is just mainly a question for my wife, because I'm interviewing you. So what does KO actually stand for?
It's for knockout, but it wasn't even something that I came up with. Whenever I was a kid, I was just rapping, trying to get everybody's attention, just rapping and eating. Right. So my cousin, the first ever studio session I ever did, I went to my cousin's house and did it. Okay. And he saw me the following day outside, and when he was coming up the block, he was like, yeah, cuz, we gonna call you KO. You knocking them out on the mic, cuz. So then everybody just started calling me that, and they kind of get stuck. And it flowed, it was simple, it wasn't doing too much, it just fit my persona. So it's kind of it just panned out like that. But my cousin actually gave me that name. So,
well, shout out to your cousin.
Shout out to my cousin. Shout out Carrie Moe.
I always wanted to, and my mom, I feel like she said this before. If she didn't, I probably forgot, but I just wanted to, ask that first because I was like, well, it's been 2 years. Since it's been 2 years since we last recorded, I went back and I was just coming up with everything because I know you've been working on a bunch of stuff and we're going to get into that a little later on, but I had to go back and man, what did we talk about last time? And it was one particular thing that I wanted to listen to the most is because when I would ask, one of the last questions I would ask my guests would be, will you see yourself in 2 years? Now, since this has been 2 years since we did it, I'm going to actually play what you actually said the last time because it is very fitting to what we're going to really get into.
Okay, let's hear it.
What do you see yourself in 2 years?
In 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be everything I'm saying it is in 2 years. I think just being consistent in the rate that I'm going right now, it's no reason that somebody don't see that and be like, no, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's getting it to... Not even the masses, just getting it into the hands of the right people. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of, I'm kind of learning my way just doing that. Just meeting people, you know what I'm saying? Presenting it everywhere that I go. And it's that's my goal, trying to make sure that I walk into the room and I impact the people who matter. Even if I don't get everybody, if I come in and I only get one or two, let it be the right one or two. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just getting it into the rooms where it's supposed to be heard. Mm-hmm. I think right now I'm still doing the work to develop the numbers and build the fan base. It's I want to make the fire bigger. It's it's a fire and it's burning and it's hot, but I got to expand it. It can't just be those same 50 people. I need 200 to 1,000, so I got to make it bigger every time. Yeah. So it's that's where I'm at right now, just getting it to the right people. That's it. But in 2 years, for sure, I think it's gonna. I ain't even gonna give it 2. By next year, I think it's gonna be on a different level. You know what I'm saying? After I drop this album, I think everything is just the trajectory will change, and it's not nothing I can do. I think it's just gonna be that, just for me doing the work. So yeah.
All right. So since that time, you hit 100,000 streams. You about to go on tour. You've been to a lot of many places. Dropped 3 projects. I feel like it all comes back full circle. Just want to let you know I'm proud of you because you've been doing your thing and everything like that. But first, let's get started with this because I did mention 100,000 streams. Yeah. So when did you realize you reached that milestone of getting 100,000 streams?
Shit, it's probably been like a year ago now. Like whenever it was starting to creep up, I used to like religiously check that shit because I was like, I really do care about people hearing that music. Like I've never been a person who's just making music just for me to hoard it or the people that I know. But it's like I always feel like it's only so far that I can take it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no money for real. Like marketing to make things big costs a lot of fucking money, and people don't realize that sometimes. So it's like, when it finally started creeping up there and it started getting like 90, I was like, damn, that shit is crazy. Like, people is really pressing play on that shit. And that really felt like platinum for me, like some out the trunk shit. Like, I tell the story a lot of how I can remember selling like my first 100 CDs, like out of my car.
Yeah.
So it's like to be able to say, nah, like people are pressing play, not just in Oklahoma, like all over the country. And then some of them outside of that motherfucker. And I can't even tell you how it got there. That's the part that always blow my mind is like, how did the music even make it to Africa or to the UK? And it's like,
so
it does reasonable numbers.
Wow,
like,
that's
like,
what's up.
The craziest part about it is that a lot of the mix in those numbers, like they come from other places where I don't even have the money to reach it. So it's always interesting to me. Yeah.
That's great, because I mean, I remember you had told this story when you had the hypothetically speaking like 5-year party and everything at 4 or 5 Nation, and just with that milestone, just like dang, you know. That definitely, I could tell, pushed you to keep going because you always drop consistently and there's always dope music and everything.
Yeah.
So it's just super great that like it's not just you just doing it and it's not like it's not gonna go nowhere. Yeah. It's going big places. So super happy that you was able to do that and everything. Also, I've been noticing that you've been doing like IBA Cares, you know, for your brand and everything like that with Legitimate Look, the barbershop. So when did this start and what's the progress you made since you've been doing it?
Well, I've been doing my angel tree at Legitimate Look for I think this will be the 3rd year that I've done it. But I'm not from Oklahoma City, so I don't have a lot of connections or know a lot of people.
Right.
It's like my barber, he's been cutting my hair for like the past 6 years, so it's like we build a bond and a rapport with each other, just seeing those people like week after week after week, and them knowing what I do. But I'm not really a come in the room and announce it type of person. Like, I'm not the person who gonna hit you and be like, oh, this is the greatest shit ever, you need to listen to it. Like, if you fuck with it and you like it,
right,
I'm here for it. But it's like, I never want to force it on you, because it's like, you're not gonna take it serious. And like, I'm a person who's real sensitive and emotional, so it's something that's like real delicate to me. It's like, I don't just, if you somebody who really is not interested in it, I'll put the music on, you're gonna talk all through the song, and I don't even set myself up like that. It's like, bro, if you get around to it, cool, but I'm not finna force you to do it. I'm not gonna throw it in your face. So but with them just knowing me and like really loving my spirit and just me as a person, like we built that, and I needed a place to set the tree up. So I went to the owner, shout out to Larry. I went to Larry and asked him, and him and my barber was all for it. Like, no, we gonna back you. Like, yeah, you can set it up here, it's whatever. Like, they helped me fund that tree every single year. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that comes through the shop, they cutting the head. My barber last year was like, versus giving me a tip, just take one of the kids off the tree. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like, he pushed the initiative to help me get it out there. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of just grown since then. Right now I'm working on doing a citywide walk. Like, I want to expand it. Like, I do IBA Cares, which is like my nonprofit organization. Like, it's really for the people and for the community. So I'm putting together this walk called Strides for Change, which is to build a fund for the children of incarcerated parents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, because that was people like me. Like, you know, I just want to be able to help the people that's outside that need it. So it's like, if I can use my platform to be able to fund that, I want to be able to do it. So that's kind of what it's about.
Yeah, and I've even seen you taking places with like tripping kids, and then even when you did the IBA Cares with Jordan Morel and everything. Yeah. So it's so that's super cool that you was able to do that, even with the idea you got going on with the city walk. So okay. So when is that? Is that going to be a plan like later on this year, or is it?
Well, I was hoping to kick it off, but with the tour, it didn't just pan out like that. I had already had a lot on my plate, and it's like, I'm not going to be able to execute this like I want to. So for sure, hopefully next year will be like my first one once we come off the road, like planning it, getting it set up, like getting the permits and all of that stuff. But I'm really excited about it. Like, I really want to be involved in like the DOC in Oklahoma and like get in the prisons and in the jails and do more stuff. And then for they relatives on the outside, it's all important to me. So I want to get my hands in that. Okay,
you guys definitely be on the lookout for that for sure. So another thing, because I mentioned like you like, you know, like my Scorpio sister, like my twin and everything like that, and we be going through. This is how like twins. We really be going through the same stuff, different like mindsets and everything. Because I learned that from our last interview. Because I'm thinking like, yo, we really related. But so you did this episode on YouTube, Real Nigga Nightly, RNN.
Yeah.
Now, y'all, I didn't know that I needed to hear this. Of course, I'm gonna watch, you know, because I'm a support. But yo, you was sitting kind of like almost the same situation with me. The fact that when you talk about from your job and then things that was going on, and then all of a sudden it was just like, no, it's nothing bad. It's actually better than what you think it is.
Yeah.
Kind of same similar situation happened with me. But was this just like a random video? Or is this something you're gonna kind of do like every once in a while?
Well, I want to keep up with like the consistency of it, but sometimes like it's hard because it's like I'm also super like socially awkward, and I don't always know what the fuck to say. It's like, bro, if I don't know what to say, I never just want to be in the like. I'd rather just be quiet versus making this shit weird.
Oh my god!
So like my nerves be killing me. So, but for that, I do want to build like a real connection with my fan base. Like I don't want to just be feeding you this music and then you don't really know what you're buying into.
Right.
So it's like I try to give more of me as a person. Like I'm goofy and I'm funny. Like whenever I'm relaxed and chilled. Like I tell people all the time. Like KO is like just a persona that I've made of Jamie whenever she's fearless. Like that's what KO is. I got a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities, a lot of shit that I worry about. So it's like in the moments when I can be human, I think that's when people just buy into it more. So like my YouTube is just a way of like, if you ever be like, I wonder what she like, you know what I'm saying? Like that'll just give you a touch of my personality, because it's like I don't know how to hop on the phone and be extra out to just. It's like, bro, I want to laugh. I like to smile, laugh, have fun and shit. So it's like. Yeah, I want to talk about real stuff going on in the world. I don't want to just be feeding you no nonsense. I ain't one of the rappers that's finna pop out with 20,000 in the chain and be. My life ain't that. It's like I very much clock in and go to work. So that's more relatable than any of that bullshit I'm gonna try to sell you. So,
yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, the moment that you dropped that video, I needed to hear that, because things at my job, the emails that's being sent and all that type of thing. So it's one of those. And then the fact that you put God first.
Yeah.
And I need more like artists to keep saying that, just because sometimes we don't want to just feel like disconnected. And I feel like a lot of times we see all these mainstream rappers that's not, you see the glitz and glamour, but you don't know the real struggles they may go through.
And Hollywood is evil. It's not set up for them to push like positivity and none of the good stuff. Like that's not really the stuff that gets highlighted. That's why if you'll notice like in the grind of it, artists like me like have to find their way to real people, because that's not what they gonna push. It's like, don't nobody give a fuck about positivity and you trying to like talk up people like mess and violence and what can you show me to just like, no, like I want stuff that feels like my day to day. It's like I'm a regular person to go through regular stuff. Like I'm not no IG baddie who I got niggas tricking on me and paying my bills. I wish if somebody want to come pay my bills, please, I wish. But like that's not my life, so I can't speak from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I was telling you before, I have to be myself. I got to live in my truth and give you who I am. Cause like, I don't know how to be nobody else, bro.
That's true. That's true. And because even when I asked you earlier about like the KO, I'm like, well, I know it's not her initials and everything like that. Yeah. Which, so even the fact that we get to see who Jamie is wonderful and everything. And you just, it kind of just be chilling at the crib just like everybody else do. So
it's by design. Like all of it, everything is structured as far as like my rap career is by design. Something that God gave to me. Like I didn't create this or decide this. It's like my gift. I'm so in awe of it because I know that that's not me. Like I separate the human me versus what I know God is doing. It's like I'll never deny the light of God. It's like I can't make no magic. It's like, so whenever I do some shit that I can't even believe, I'm giving all the praise. It's like, bro, because I know that ain't me. Like Jamie too timid and too shy to do any of that. So it's like whenever the gift formulates and it's like that, I know that that's God. I never deny the light of God. So it's like my name, like even the tagline, my illest bitch alive stuff. Like my little cousin gave me that. It's like I don't never think it's like. I be like, I know that my gift is amazing and I know the potential, but it's like until God like put the pieces together to make it that, I'm kind of just along for the ride. You feel me? So it's like when people come along and like quote unquote see you for real, like, and they tell you like, nah, like God is on some shit right here, like with all due respect. But it's like that's kind of how I got it. Like my little cousin was like, nah, you the illest bitch alive. Like you the one. Like he thinks that he always thought I was like cool enough to rap with Jay-Z. Like, and we was studying it and nothing, and he was like, "No, this that." Like, so he kind of like gassed it the whole thing, and that's where I got that from. So
I love that. I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Illest bitch alive, bro. It's like I don't have plaques, but I got plaques. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I've been noticing that what you've been doing, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was just from the Panic in the Disco video photography.
Yeah.
Was this something that you picked up, or was it something that you always like kind of did in the background? We just didn't notice.
No, like I always love taking pictures, but it's like because I said I'm real sensitive about like my art and my gifts. It's like I don't try to make it anything other than what it is. It's like I'm just a person with a camera. I can't tell you what half these buttons do, what none of these settings are. So it's like, but I love to capture a moment because I feel like I'm one of the people on some, not to sound like corny, but it's like when everything is gone, all that we have is the moment. So it's like all we have is the pictures. You feel me? So it's like I don't want to stage nothing or set you up to look perfect. It's like I just want to catch you in who you are, and somebody see that and be like, "No, that's really who that was." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, like I like to show up and be in the cut. I don't want to stage it. I don't want to like if I can just get you and get the moment. That's really what I like. I feel like pictures give emotions. Like I'm one of those people.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
So much so because I'm mad at you.
What
I'm playing.
What I do, man?
Nah, all right, okay. I'm also socially awkward. Y'all should know this. So if y'all see me at a show and I ain't talking to nobody, not because I don't want to, just because I may not know who's in the room. So I'm going to be on my phone just before the show gets started. That's why I say, y'all, please start your show on time. But KO was taking pictures, and the picture she put on Instagram is me on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I hope nobody, like, at everybody. And I'm just kind of just... So, but it's all good. I'm not really mad at you.
But it's just you in the moment. You know what I'm
it really
saying?
was me in the moment.
And like you telling, like, that's your persona. Like, if I'm in a room, that's who I am.
Yeah,
it's like I'm
just
not
kinda how
gonna
it
be
is.
in the mix. Like, so I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say this: since I've been knowing that you've been doing the photography, my favorite photo shoot that you've done was the Father's Day one.
Thank
that
you,
was
man.
dope.
Yeah.
Just getting everybody, and just because we don't really. Even though they may talk about it, but we don't really see that side. So it was just super cool that you did like the fathers of hip hop and got everybody, and just it seemed very sweet.
Them
and
with
stuff
their
like
kids,
that.
like, and I think it's like I said before, like in the industry that we in, they're not gonna push you positively. They'll rather sell you, oh, he's a killer, oh, he did time, or he sold drugs. It's like, no, tell us how he's a good father and he really loves his kids.
Right.
But they don't put stuff like that on the forefront.
Yeah.
So it's like I said before, if I can take my platform to show something like that versus all of the other shit, I want to show that. So it's like, and some like those, every single man that I pick, like, really good fathers, like really care about, like, anytime I see Chris McCain, he's talking about he got to get up out of here and get back to the babies. You know what I'm saying?
Every time. It's same.
And it's important to him, like Dr. View with his family, that's always on display. Like whenever we go with the Fire in Middle Africa stuff and take trips, he got his kids and his wife with him. He'll bring his mother, his grandmother, like he'll have the whole his kids to see him building his legacy, and I think that that's important. Thomas who? Like, it's another guy. It's like, if you talk to Tom, I'll be like, yo, Tom, life is about being happy and having fun. No, it's not, KO. I got 5 mouths I gotta take. I got these kids I gotta feed. You feel me? Like, my brain is on a different type of time. So it's like, no, I love that because we come from a generation of people who did not have fathers. So it's like for all this new generation of men to be so anxious to hurry up and be in these kids' life and be something that matters to them. I think that's something you gotta display.
Yeah, and excellent job. I love that and everything. Speaking of, like, Fire in Little Africa and everything, one of the dopest things I seen y'all do last year was going to Harvard.
Yeah.
Performing out there. What was that like?
That was cool. It was informative. Like, I be telling people all the time, like, yo, I'm from Enid. It's like some of this shit really just be a figment of my imagination. It's like when you from a place like that where you used to seeing just a whole lot of nothing and nothing going on, like outside this 15-mile radius in these blocks, like, you don't really have I guess like a lust for life or see the world bigger than that. And that's whenever they talk about the small town mentality, people who never see beyond these places and get stuck in the routine. Like, if you got a job at the warehouse where you getting $18 an hour, you won in life. Like, where I'm from, that's a stat. So it's like they not thinking about Paris or what's going on in Italy or going to see the water in Greece. Like, that's not where their brain is. It's like, bro, we here. Where we going for real? You know what I'm saying? So for me, coming from a place like that, being able to go see Harvard, like an Ivy League school that I only just heard about in, like, on some mythical type shit.
Yeah.
Like, to go see it was really cool. Like, to go on a tour and learn about the history, to learn that at a school like Harvard, they don't require, like, a minimum GPA requirement. If you have the money, you can go to school there. It's not about your grade level. And I was like, damn, like, so that tells you a lot about classism in the world and capitalism and how it works. Because these are the people who run the free world. Just because you have money to get a stamp of approval, now you can be a governor, a senator, a president. Like, you ain't got to be stuck in no desk job. Like, you can take this degree and go be somebody for real just because your family had the money to get you here.
See, I didn't even know that.
It blew my mind because do you know what kind of hoops you got to jump through just to go to a Langston or to, like some simple schools? Like, you mean to tell me you can go get a Harvard degree as long as you got the check? You ain't even got to be smart? That shit blew my mind.
But
it blew my mind.
But it's blowing my mind right now just because I'm like, what? Like,
because
I'm thinking just how you mentioned, even for smaller schools, and then everybody you gotta have this GPA, you gotta write this letter of recommendation, you gotta do all these things. Wow.
But it's privilege though. Like, whenever they took us on the tour, they told us that in one of their dorm houses, they had like a wellness room where it's like you can get a massage. In their cafeteria, they was talking about having fresh sushi for lunch, and I'm like, bro, the pizza probably old as shit at Langston University when you go get lunch in the caf. Like, what you mean y'all got a room in the dorms for if you want to go get a massage and release? Like, bro, these are things that aren't real.
I guess that's what they money paid for.
You see what I'm saying? But it's like, you go to Langston, you lucky if you even got a room.
Right.
What you mean is an extra room where you can get a massage.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow, okay.
It was really a life-changing experience. I was like, I've never seen nothing like this to know that, like, what privilege can really get you, like, what money can really get you and you'll have access to as long as you got it.
I got you. Now, would that be the, like, when you did perform, was that the biggest show you've done so far?
No, actually. I'm going to say the biggest show that I've done so far was the year that Fire and Low Africa did Legacy Fest in Tulsa.
Oh, okay,
a couple years ago. Like, the crowd was like a sea of people. Like, Tulsa's Juneteenth and they music festivals, they love it different there. Like, whenever people say that Tulsa is really becoming the new Austin and how they set it up, that's a fact. Because it's like they got money behind their local music scene. Like, they doing real things and setting it up and the people are coming out to support it. So it's different.
Okay, I like that. Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, on the same tour, you got to go to the Book of Hove.
Yeah, I did.
Now,
no, but that wasn't Fire and Low Africa though. That was Punished for Dreaming.
Okay. But still,
I got to go. Yeah.
Now, y'all know me, the Hove all day.
Yeah.
And
me too, cause that's like that's my goal.
When we talked about it, that's why I said we twins, cause like wrestling and Jay-Z and all these other things. So when I saw you got to go, now mind you, cause this is my show and I need you to go back to it. And I need to kind of feel like I was there.
Yeah.
How was that like? Like, give me details.
First of all, I've never seen a library like the Brooklyn Public Library, like the whole setup of it in general, like. But as far as the actual museum, like the level of detail that they dug in to set that up, like I'm talking about DATs from his original studio sessions, like let's say something that he had on stage at the VMAs, or photos of just in the studio behind the scenes. The coolest part was that they remade the Hit Factory studio, like the room from Fade to Black. They brung the setup in there and like remade it and like had the albums on the wall, like with the platinum shit and all of that.
That was amazing.
So it was crazy. I never seen nothing like that before, but to be able to amass that kind of career to where they can put it on display like in a museum style that you've done enough. Like a lot of rappers don't get that. We don't got 20, 30 years worth of shit for us to talk about. That was that amazing to keep us entertained. So.
Yeah, because even when they showed it like on CBS, I definitely tuned in. But I do want to credit my sister because she did, give me that.
You got a book?
Yeah, I got the book. Now she didn't get to go, but she sent it to me, and so that's the present that I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna cherish because I feel like I went there and everything like that. So you one or two people that got to go. But but you the first one that got to be on the show, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about that. But I know we talked about performances, but we gotta, because by the time you guys see this coming up, the Big 3 tour, it's gonna have KO, Courtney Lachelle, and Kendra Mars.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna start next week in Dallas, Texas. So we're gonna get into that because it's one of the things that I definitely want to make sure that we talk about. So first off, let's start off with the promo. Because I love the photo shoot and everything. Where was that at?
In Spencer.
Okay.
He was out in Spencer, Oklahoma.
Okay.
I can't remember what the dude name. He's like one of the famous black cowboys.
Oh, you talking about
He been in everything.
I know. I know it was like GHB Boys. Ronnie Davis.
Ronnie.
Thank you. I could not think of his name.
Shout out to Ronnie. We went out to his land and we shot out there. Like he was out there with us. Like he had the horses and all of that stuff. Like I had never met him. I just heard about the story of what was going on, but I wasn't really familiar in the mix. Like some of this stuff to be from Oklahoma and not really know what's going on, be like, damn, like people really don't spread the history of things. Like whenever I did Fire and Low Africa, that was really my first time hearing the story of the Tulsa race riots and massacre and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm right up the street 2 hours and they're not teaching this to any of us and we from Oklahoma.
Never got that lesson.
I thought that was crazy. But yeah, so shout out to Ronnie and everything that they got going on with the cowboy stuff. Like that's dope to be able to go to Paris and walk in fashion shows off the strength of being like true to who you are. Like that's a confirmation that your gift will make room for you. Like if you just being yourself, you never know where it'll take you.
That's so true.
So but we was out in Spencer. I wanna definitely say shout outs to Kendra and Courtney, man. It's just I'm interested just to see the dynamics of how it flows because we are each our own individual brand of
That's
crazy.
So true. Yeah.
Like, no,
I just realized you said crazy.
This is the most that I've got to engage with them like on a personable level, just to see like their persona and what kind of people they are. You know what I'm saying? So like. With Courtney's her own beast, but like Courtney's a person who gonna jump to like let you know, like don't even like Courtney's like really a pit bull in a skirt. Like whenever they say that, it's like she at the fence. Like don't even come over here and play with it. Like she don't pop off. It's funny. Like I irritate her because I'm more of a hippie. Like Courtney's more like Courtney is very dominant out loud. Like it's like but with me, I'll be like, yeah, man, fuck all that. Hello, not cursing. She's not cursing, but Courtney is like, no, it's this. Like everybody need to be on point. Like it's like Courtney's one of those, so it's cool. But with Kendra, like Kendra will pop off too. So just to see the dynamics of their two dominant personalities and me being like super duper chill, it just be funny to me sometimes. It's like, yo. I'm with a pit bull and a Rottweiler. Like it's dangerous over here. You feel me? Like,
okay.
But I love their spirits though. Like
right.
genuinely good people, like thorough people. Like from any experience, like whether it be we seeing eye to eye or we ain't. Like the conversations that I've been able to have with them, like just good people. You know what I'm saying? Like I crave genuine people who not trying to like bullshit you, pull the wool over your eyes. Like this what it is, and I don't really got time for it to be anything other than that. Like thorough people. So yeah, I'm honored. I'm excited.
And y'all three, you know, and I still need to, you know, get more in tune with Kendra. I got to listen to her music for the first time this year. She's super dope, and I love it that it's a different type of vibe, but it's a good different.
She's very different. Like the Androgyny project, like. That wasn't how I was introduced to Kendra. Like, I went and did a Soul Body Cypher and judged one of the Cypher things, and Kendra was in it. And that was my first time actually getting to hear her rap. But me being a person who loves, like, lyricists, I fell in love off rip because it's like she really can rap. And I ain't just saying that because she's standing next to me. It's like, yo, she can rap her ass off. Like, for real. Like, I'm one of them ones who when it's that, I'm going to tell you that it's that.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with Courtney. Courtney markets herself, like, as a singer, but Courtney is a hell of a lyricist. Like, whenever she want to rap, she gonna rap you down. Like, so I'm a person who loves lyricism. So it's just like to be able to be with them. Like, not only is we gonna link, like the music is that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I love them individually. Like, I love us as a collective and like what the dynamics that we bring that's different to it. Like, I just think it's gonna be dope. And I wouldn't choose like different people to do this with. For my first go round to be out in the world, it's like I'm grateful for the experience. Okay. So yeah.
Now with that being said, like with y'all, because y'all music are different, but it's a good, you know, the fact that it's not the same and everything. What do you think the perception is gonna be from all like just like all the different crowds you gonna, you know, get to see and everything?
I think sometimes people don't like to come to local or unknown acts because people don't really like underground music, and it's so oversaturated to where it's everybody just getting a microphone and rapping tomorrow just because they think that you can rhyme red, dead, bed, head. Oh, now you nice. No. It's like, what is you really saying? You know what I'm saying? With this, I think, particular group of women and how we giving it up, no, you want to see the whole set because every single act is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no filler in it.
Yeah.
Like, Kendra gonna come through, she gonna rap, she gonna sing, she gonna dance. Like, Courtney, I told Courtney this, like, her live show, what I love about Courtney is that her energy don't die and she don't run out of breath.
Right.
And when you get out here and perform and do shows for real, you learn how important it is to keep your wind up. Like Courtney will float in between singing and rapping and don't lose a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I like giving it up like that. And the aggression, like I like whenever she do that. I don't know if she does it anymore, but in her older sets, used to be this part where she would stop and like rap a cappella.
Yeah.
And, like,
I
her
love
friends
that.
be in the front with the phones, but it's like she on the middle of the stage and rock the whole room. Like, I got a video of her, like, with the cell phones up and her. Courtney ain't shit but 80 pounds wet. But it's like, you would think she was 6 feet tall, 500 pounds the way she giving it up. Like, she just, it's a different type of energy. Like, it's a dominance on the stage that you don't see a lot in women. Women be so worried about being cute or I want to make sure it's giving. No, Courtney coming like the junkyard dog, like at the gate. Like, and I like women who give it up like that.
Me too.
You have to respect them like you respect, I feel like, the men in the room.
Right.
Because it's like if you come too delicate, they going to set you over in the corner. But it's like, no, I could go with you. It ain't just I could do this over there. I could come get at you.
Right.
And I think all of us give that in like a different walk in our lanes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of energy. So I'm just excited to see it all as a collective. Like,
I can't wait because I'm gonna be at the August 31st show, of course, in in Oklahoma City and everything. Back off what you just said from Courtney, because I never told her this, but my wife loves that. It's a Megan Thee Stallion song. Okay, Plan B, the freestyle. She did it a cappella over at Kindred Spirits. And she had that line of,
I pulled her nigga with no ass cause my face giving.
My wife will repeat that line just throughout sometime in the day. So it's like super dope. I love that. But I'm excited. It's gonna be dope for everybody for real. Outside of Oklahoma City and Tulsa, what place are you excited the most?
I'm gonna say Baton Rouge.
Oh.
I think the Louisiana run, like, I'm excited about for real.
Okay.
Like, me and Courtney was talking about it earlier, like the food. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the people in Louisiana. I think I really have like a deep love for Southern hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I love the extra on the baby, or it's like it's syrup and it's warm. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like to come with that.
Okay.
So like for Louisiana, like I really want us to like get out, mix in with the people, and I think that those are people who are like in a way kind of from nowhere like we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Texas is on the map. It's big. Drake rapping about Texas. That's already lit. But it's like Baton Rouge. It's not like other than Boosie and like street acts, but it's like those are where the people are in the streets, in the trenches, and it's like I want to embrace them. Okay. I wish we could have hit like Alabama or some shit. Like I love Southern people, Mississippi type vibes. So it's like super country. I'm right in there with it. So I'm excited about Louisiana.
All right, so Louisiana, for real, y'all definitely be on the lookout. Big3tour.com. Get more information. You guys, if you in one of those cities, definitely check out the tour. Definitely check it out. So, I got a new segment. I haven't done this in a couple of episodes, but it's called What's in the Playlist. So, I know you working out or if you had your job and everything like that. So, what's 3 songs from a random playlist and like say on your phone or whatever that you just love listening to?
Right now I've been heavy on what the hell is it? She go by Lady Ray now. It used to be Nicole Ray. Like if you remember.
Wait, Nicole Ray changed her name?
She go by Lady Ray now.
I didn't
like she
know
rebranded. It's a whole new thing now.
Okay,
like, it's not deep cut R&B anymore. Like she's trying something different, but it's fire. It sounds like the 70s or some shit. Like it's hard.
Okay.
But her album is amazing. Who else I've been listening to? It's this artist by the name of Cord from Philly that like I really love. He's an underground artist, but it's like you said, like my love of music is like it's not all mainstream. Like I really love the stuff that people ain't hip to yet.
Right.
Like before, I like to be one of the people that was like before Drake caught on. I had Drake on my MySpace. Like I knew that he could sing long before the world knew that he could sing. But if you followed it from when it was dirt and they was just experimenting. Like, I think that that's the beauty in the art. Like, whenever they were really trying to get it, because once you got it, it sounds different. You know what I'm saying?
I like that, yeah.
So, Lady Ray, the artist by the name of Core. I was just playing some Faith Evans before I got here. Like, good, like, deep cut R&B is, like, my lane. Like,
okay, yeah, because I've noticed that even when you did the R&M videos, like, you just kind of had, like, I think you had Rain on Me.
Probably that. Yeah, it was probably Ashanti playing.
Yeah, and I'm saying that like it is one of those. Oh yeah, let me definitely check the song out after I watch the video for real.
But it's like the music that makes you. I guess I hate to sound like old and dated, but it's like I really love music. Like whenever music was good, you know, like now it doesn't matter if you're good or not anymore. It's like is you a vibe? Like,
right.
I love some shit that's a vibe. So
and you still post like on your stories. You'll post like just a random song. Yeah. But it would be a song that I'm like, dang, I ain't listened to that in forever. Yeah. So I definitely have noticed that and everything.
I love you like I love putting that shit on. I love you like my dreams are getting rich though. I love you like the Zodis in the backwood. I'm college educated but I act hood. Got paid up off them verses, I was that good. Top 2 and I'm not 2, nigga, I should. I kept it way too humble, I should step it up. Bitches think they
stay with, in the music for sure because, this week Apple Music came out with the top 100 albums and everything like that. But I want to tap in because one of your discographies is probably one of the best ones I've heard, just general, But so I want to know your top 3 from your catalog. Now I'm gonna do the same, and because it's so much, and I can't really just pick 3. I'm gonna give you a couple honor mentions. So I'm gonna say 2 honor mentions, and I'm gonna get like the last one. You don't have to rank them, but I'll go first, or you can go first. It don't matter.
Do you watch Drink Champs podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you see the Leora Cohen episode?
I did not.
So he asked Nori at some point in the interview, he was like, if I cut you, what would you bleed? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I define like my best music. It's like, if I was going to give you a presentation of who KO is, if you cut me, what would I bleed? I would say like a solid 3 years ago, if you cut me, I would bleed $1 Million Bitch. Like that would be the song that Thomas who always be like, that's your Stone Cold Steve Austin, the glass breaking, you coming in the room song. So it's like, I love that because it's a get money anthem, but it's also like a strong, dominant women empowerment song. Like even though it's hella profanity and some wild shit, it's like it's all about the empowerment of it.
Right.
So I'm always go $1 Million Bitch first. Oddly enough, I'm gonna say High Enough because I really love like the vibe of that song. Like I'm a huge Erykah Badu. Like the music that I don't really know what the hell you're talking about, but I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I feel like mine is more direct, but it's like it's still it's a vibe song. It's not like trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll say $1 Million Bitch. I'll say High Enough, and I'll say Granny's Prayers off the Dr. View project.
Okay.
That is a Jamie song if I ever wrote a Jamie song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those would probably be my 3.
Okay. Well, for me, you know, because I know for like songs, definitely got to put too much. It's just because, to me, this would belong on like a rom-com or a chick flick, if you will. Yeah. Like, turn on Hulu, hearing the old like 70s vibes or, you know, whatever, because that song was just like fire. Gotta Go Pull Up Part 2.
Hell, how could... Look, now you're going to fuck me up. I'm going to say my list is for today. It could change. So since you asked me and I'm on the spot, but Pull Up Part 2 is one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. Yeah. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to cut you off, but that's... You good. That's my jam, yeah.
No, because I'll be in the car just kind of just... It's just because it's a vibe. It's just the perfect, like, song, you know... What was the third one?
Wait, you didn't even give me the first one.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you didn't give me your first one. Like, you described it, but you didn't say the actual title of the song.
Oh, no, I thought I said Too Much.
You sound like... Okay, you didn't...
my bad. Got you. Okay. Too Much was the first one because it's like rom-com and, you know, and everything. Then Pull Up Part 2. Okay. I think, because I have it... Which one? Dang. Oh, 2 a.m.
Okay.
All right. But for like, because, you know, I'm an albums person. Yeah. You know,
No, I'm an albums person. Do you know how frustrated that my manager be with me that I cannot release singles to save my life? Like, I'd be like, I don't understand giving you a random song. Like, there has to be a body of work that this fits in. Like, just throwing it out and there's no plan for it. It's like, he went off on me. He was like, people don't care about how they get the music. Like, you the only one that cares if it come in an album. Yeah. Like, if you just put out a new song, people would just be happy to have new music. They wouldn't care about whether there's a whole album.
But I'm not. I have body of work.
That's how I feel.
Because I'll be mad on Fridays when artists come out, and if it's not somebody I really am just like loving, and I'm just like, this work day gonna be boring as hell. Yeah. I put on something old and just do it that way. But because like I said, your albums are incredible.
Thank you.
So. The first one I got, just because you mentioned this before, In the Meantime, it's like an open playlist. And $1 Million, can't say it, $1 Million Bitch, Pull Up Part 2, Back Today, just those songs. And then even the features, JB, Courtney, Trip, just love that. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, only because that was kind of like my real like introduction. Yeah. 2 a.m., Lonely, and then with Can't Leave with Cooley High, one of my favorite songs. Just because it's just a vibe, you know. And I like how you started your verse because it's like I could think of the Drake one, but nah, I like yours. Yeah. Before I get to the, because it was one of those. Which one I'm gonna pick? So I'm gonna do honorable mentions. Illest Bitch Alive. And this one, just because I would have put it in there, because I know it was a personal album, just because of the voicemails, just because of the 2 songs, Sincerely. Yeah. And that's when I got to interview KO. That was the one we got to promote.
We was on Sincerely? I thought we was doing I Miss You Too whenever I came to see you.
No, well, you had just released I Miss You Too.
Okay, got you. When Sincerely was on the way.
Yeah, and that's when you had called it Fuck You Sincerely. Yeah. So, and that was a dope title, you know, and I know why you couldn't do it and everything like that.
And that shit didn't even work out. Do you know how mad I was whenever that didn't work out? I changed it for the perception of some people. Like, I was trying to, it was...
Well, hold on. You say it didn't work out after the fact? Go ahead.
It's music. Like, whenever you do the industry, like, for as much as, like, I'm grateful to people to see it and looks like it's on the rise and I win. Like, I take so many losses that sometimes I get caught up in not even realizing the win. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I take an L every turn. I'll be like, I don't even know if this shit working no more, bro. I'm just going to try. Like, that's how I feel a whole lot of times. It's like, I genuinely love the music, so I'm going to create it. But sometimes I'm not really sure if it's connecting the way that I think it's working in my head. It's like maybe it just don't make sense to people. I feel like a lot of times I'm trying to give champagne to beer sippers, and it's like they don't want this shit, bro. It's like I'm not the bang bang shoot 'em up. I'm not in the trenches, but it's like I'm not so much of a girly girl to where it works for that lane. Like I'm my own shit, and it's kind of like weird to find how to market that because it's a different group of people. Okay, it's a mix of a whole lot of people, so it's complicated. But yeah. Anyways, I was trying to get some album promotion, like a marketing package. So we was trying to present the album to these people to see if they would help with marketing for it. And it was like, was profanity in the title, and that's not really going to work at trying to, like, let's say if you get a song on the radio, they can't even say the title of the album because there's profanity in it. Okay. It wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Like, me being, I'm at where I'm at now, like, the growth from that time, like, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment, I was just so bullheaded, like, no, this is my art, this is what I want it to be, like, I don't give a damn. But it's like, compromise is sometimes necessary because I have to realize that I'm not always right. Like, and I'll get it wrong more often than I'll get it right. But it didn't pan out with them, but I'm not mad about how it turned out. But I was like, damn, I thought it was a dope title, and people who were like core fans would get the message.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out like that.
But
it worked out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I'm like, it wasn't too far off and everything like that.
Yeah, it was still like, in it, the message, it leaves it open to interpretation. Like, sincerely can mean a host of things. So,
And then, like I said, personal album, and, only a select few can do that and everything. Yeah. But to put for my, top 3, just because even though you just came out with it, It's Not Me, It's You. Yeah. That project, I don't know, it was just, it's special. The production was crazy. Loudmouth. I know Taylor Latray did something on there and everything.
Dr. Trey Savage. A lot of local people.
Yeah, you had, and you only had just one feature with Bankroll Jug. And it just, for that one, like, if I had to pick between those two, it's like one of those, I don't want to let one of y'all go, but if I had to, I'm picking this one. Yeah. It was great. So I love that. Yeah, of course.
Real shit. Yeah.
So what should we expect for the rest of 2024?
Like you said, I'm finna get ready to go on tour. It's my first time going out on the road and like packaging and presenting it like this, like as a real tour. Like I've been places before, but never really had a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I did a lot of moving around and wasting a lot of money just trying to like get it out there and put it in front of people. But it's like this is the first time where I think there's a lot of organization in what's happening, like, or at least an attempt to try to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still are artists who are building. I never get caught up in the hype of like Oklahoma and being known here, because it's like, you can't get geeked about being somebody nowhere. It's like, we trying to make this something. It's like, it's 8 billion people in the world. You got a long way to go before somebody really know who the hell you are for real. So it's like, I live with the reality of that. I'm just trying to go outside and see if it's a onesie twosie who like it, you know what I'm saying, that'll follow and buy into the music, then I feel like it's a win. So that's really like, that's where my focus is right now. After that, I want to have plans for an album or something. It's like, but like I told you, the ups and downs with music, like my heart just haven't really been in the creative part of it. I guess like I'm real happy about the View album coming out, the Tidy album, the album for his mom. I got to do a lot of work on that, and it's like a lot of music that I'm really proud of. But it's just like creatively right now, it's not flowing like it used to. But a lot of things just don't feel the way that they used to.
That's true.
And I hope that it's not like the coming of an end. Like, I don't want it to feel that way, but it's like my thought process is different. Like, real life is happening in the same time that I'm trying to spend my last dollar to make this happen. Like, my mama having health issues. It's like my brain is just not in it the way that it was. It's like certain things just matter a little bit more than, I guess I overlooked them a long time. It's like spending time with my mom is more important to me. Like, I want to make time to take my niece to the park. Like, sometimes the idea of going out to do a show be more stressful than the actual show itself. It'd be like, I gotta get myself hyped up just to go, because I ain't even trying to be outside. Like, so it's I'm just in a different space creatively, and I think, but I do want the music to come. I want God to send whatever the message is supposed to be, so that I can start creating it and know what I want to say. But I don't never want to just be talking for the sake of talking. I want to have like a reason to present something.
Honestly, just keep doing like whatever you feel, because I mean it's your art at the same time, and I wouldn't want it to make it like when I'm hearing it, oh, you just kind of. Just
to be in routine.
Yeah. And you do, and then on top of that, even with the fact that, because I mentioned earlier, like photography, and you got your nonprofit. You.
I'm gonna fill the time with other things.
Because we gonna make sure we see KO for real, and I love that. I love that for real. Let everybody know your socials.
I'm on everything at She Is KO. For any info, SheIsKO.com, whatever social medias you own. Like I said, just She Is KO. Yeah.
All right. And y'all, for real, like I mentioned earlier, Big 3 Tour. Go to the website, big3tour.com. Check everything out. It's Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Kansas. I think I got all of them. Yeah, everything like that. Please support KO, Courtney Lachelle, as well as Kendra Mars and everything.
You feel different than the last time
I wish we loved each other like we said we did. I wish we never gave up on us, but we did. I wish we fought a little harder than we did.
just a couple of announcements. Backyard Symphony is coming up June 7th. Please go to Instagram, Eventbrite, check it out. Rachel Black, Cooley High, as well as Mariah Dene. We're gonna be live out here, so it's gonna be a good dope show. And just because I never do anything like this, if you guys go to OKC People's Choice Awards for 2024, you know they got favorite local podcasts. Vote me in. You know, I would like to just get into the top 6. You know, that's really my goal. If I win, that would even be better. But at the same time, y'all, please vote. But, you know, I got to say, I love you guys. I truly do. Thank you once again to KO for being on the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time.
But Cole, before you close it out, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I just want to give you your flowers, like as far as what you do, like in the culture of Oklahoma music. Like anytime I see you, you'll have on like children. If I see you out at an artist show, like not just the big artists, like you come to the local shows. Like when we talked about my 5-year anniversary show, I ain't get to pack the room for that, but when I looked up, Cole was in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm grateful to have you. I want you to know that I always appreciate you. Whenever you decide to take this to the live platform and you want to, you know, have events, I'm more than happy to be there and pop out, not just on the stage, but to support you. Like, I'm grateful just to have you in the audience to look up, because it's hard to get people to dress up and come out. It's been multiple things that I've done and you showed up for me, so I'm grateful. I just want to give you a flowers.
I appreciate it. I'm getting the love lately. Love is like I'm sorry, I'm speechless, y'all. But, okay, I appreciate that for real.
But that's it. I don't mean to.
No, you good. You good. We good. But for real, y'all. I'm speechless, but y'all for real. But check KO's music out and everything. And thank you once again for joining me on this week's episode. For real.
Real talk.